Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Desperados and the Oilers, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Oh, look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. It's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight.
Enough build up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're off and running from Houston. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They put a receiver in motion here left. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And this one doesn't go far. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you got a first down here. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut out left. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They go play action on first. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. They connect on the deep shot. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Oilers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their 5th-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. When you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. 3rd and just 2 to go. He's dropping back to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. For that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
4 yards does get him back to even, partner, but they're left with 3rd and 10 now. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll run here on 1st down. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the... They're throwing it. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. On 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll throw on 1st. He's got him. That's Moss. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Complete out to the right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking for a throw here. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 23. Connection made to Coleman. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down from the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Headed right. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Desperados reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set them up with a feint one way, and then you hit them with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Desperados tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Houston in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and this home crowd excited as their guys have possession. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. First throw for the backup now. Brought in right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He's got it on the bootleg. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's second down coming up. They go play action here. Catch made over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Forced out to his right, and he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Oilers take a second quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. He's got a man left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Desperados. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hand off to the back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Dropping back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go play action on first. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Matt Ariza on to punt. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. And they'll have to go just about every bit of 100 yards to reach the end zone. That punt sets them up at their own 2. Here's a give up the middle. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Now we have our 2-minute warning. And it's the Desperados looking at 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Working quickly here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Pass play on 1st and 10. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Short pass caught by his tight end. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dump off caught by his back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. On target to Worthy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To throw here on 1st down. Oh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I could still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brian, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is, don't ever try that again.
So we've reached the half of this preseason opener. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Kate Scott.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's tackled for a short gain. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Throwing now from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Man in motion, out of the slot. Play action on first down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll throw it. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's a throw. Throw complete to Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This one's caught. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Houston touchdown. The Oilers push their lead further to start the half. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here comes their offense out again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. Anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To throw it on first down. Into traffic, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Connection made to Coleman. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. Pass play now. Complete to Coleman. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. It is Cup, left side. And he's taken down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up first down. They are throwing it again. Working the sideline, that's Coleman. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing now, off play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings them to 3rd down. Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's the one back on the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Worthy.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And oh, he got it! Interception!
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
This offense ready to get going again now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. He puts some power on it deep. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Desperados have some new life in the 4th. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Back out runs their offense. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 38. Coleman with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Only one on the carry, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3. They're running again. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. Ooh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Back to throw, needing a 1st. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
On 1st down, they'll run. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll try and throw it here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Plowing up the middle. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's the thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner. But they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Hard to do better than that, a 66-yard punt. And that is where they'll start the next drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 6 now. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. It's a pickup of 11. And they're going to have a 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense in the hurry up here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they face 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Caught by his back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Play action on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Gets it to him on the screen. He has room past the 25. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. He'll throw it yet again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. Touchdown! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Desperados chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Now this offense ready to head back out. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
2nd down now, 7 to go. A give now from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Here he is to throw. Caught, nice game left side. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Oilers double their lead to 14. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Nixon now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Desperados headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. On target to Worthy. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. They are throwing it again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now to throw. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. That's cut beyond the marker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Oilers, as we'll see you next time from Houston.